Alright, I think that's on now. There we go. Sorry about that. I had a bit of a coughing fit before when I wanted to mute, so apologies on the late start. But it's also technically not a late start because I've started an hour earlier today, so make of that what you will. Hello. There was a lot of conversation today. I could see. Looks most like an MC3 thing. Yeah. I saw Casey's time yesterday. Because Souplay posted the screenshot of it when I last just before I ended off stream, I think, or round about there. And I looked at the run this morning. It was a very strange run. He changed up the triple mini turbo like every lap. It was interesting. And of course the rehop. I think that's the bit that most people noticed. Not too sure how I feel about everybody just constantly asking like, oh boy, Casey's going to get the world record first before Vincent or something. Is Casey going for world record? Is he going to beat Vincent to get the record? Oh my goodness, is Luke going to come back and defend his record? All that shit. I don't know why people felt the need to tell me 4 or 5 times when I have eyes. I can see the leaderboards myself and everything, but whatever. Anyways, hello everybody. Hello Gingy, hello Wombo, Jake, Soup, Daff. I don't know if Vivbot's still working. It's still not working even. Jesus Christ, I don't even want to read this. And Scorpy, another user I should say. Is Casey gonna world record? Of course that gets asked in the goddamn chat. Oh, it transitioned into a peaks conversation. That's cool. Hello, Souplate. 159.116. Sweet. $214 to $958 in a week is fucking ridiculous. How is anybody that good? It's just insane. But whatever. Look at the bad thing to assume. It's really cringe. It's about their motivation. Got GB2 mock bike BKT. That's pretty sweet. I still don't get GB2 as a whole, honestly, as a track. Yeah, this is the 111464. Was it 464 or 465? That was this thing from yesterday, 464. Hello, Neptune, by the way. How are you doing? I'm tired. I got lost on a walk today. I decided to follow a path that I'd never been down before for some reason, because I was going on an adventure, you know, that's how I usually found my way around town and everything, and it took me like 2 or 3 miles away from a good place where I could go and return home. So I got to a place that was pretty much, I think, like 6 or 7 miles away in total from home. But it was in the middle of a big main road. It was like a housing settlement just on the middle of this main road. And it was really weird because the path only just spanned where the houses were on the road. you can't walk down the main road back to town, and you can't walk up the main road back into the woods or something, because the cars are going along there at like 60 miles an hour, and it was pitch black when I finally got there. It would not be smart to even try walking along that road without any high vis on, which I did not. And then I lost the path that I went back, because it was one that kind of meandered off through a load of muddy fields, and came out at a farm like in the corner somewhere, and I just couldn't find my way back, so I had to call my parents to come and find me. It was so stupid. Almost at 158. Yeah, you're making crazy progress on that, Soup. Wait, what's... Found a cool way of doing shroom. Sort of hoarding at the moment since 0.2 input delay. And just got Wii. Fair enough. That 2 was your first 38. Nice. I did see your thing. You posted it earlier on my server, so I saw it there. It's not the worst name that I've come across in this game, to be honest. I don't know if it's still here, actually. If I go onto my is it that? No. Yeah. There's probably a prime set of examples in here. Like Nearly 896. Ugh. Terrible name. There are some in here. I saw them earlier. Papa Wheelie. Wheelie! I only just noticed that. Oh god. That one wasn't that yesterday. Oh my god, I played with Loopy. I wonder if that's the guy that has the time ahead of me on the thing. Dab Buster! With that me as well. Oh, Jesus Lord. I don't like the look of this me. Okay, I thought there was some in here. Never mind. Big Daddy. Oh yeah, that's one. Didn't want to point that out because it might have set Soup Blade off, so who knows. Anyways. Did I miss anything else? Did you do a comparison between me and Emil when I unhoard? Sure. If you send me the links to them on the Ghost database, then I could do. But I need to also set my console up again for that. Awesome. Right. Let's go and start doing things, shall we? But first, I'm going to put things in my ears because it's cool. Why did I put my thing all the way over here? That's the question. I want to ask myself. God, it's gonna get cold tonight. Gutted I didn't make the MT3 comparison. Was ahead lap 3 but fell off. Was that my Is that with your most recent PB? I did the comparison that you suggested between Paul, Justin and Dane, and I think that might have actually been one of the reasons as to why Paul decided to play the track again, which is pretty cool. Also, how the fuck does this thing keep running out of battery so much? I have no idea. It is really weird. Actually worked. Paul went nuts. Is that what you intended to? I saw the ending. When I first looked at that comparison, Scorpy, I laughed so badly. At the ending, it was so stupid. Oh. Gonna try and beat Yasha, then take a break for... then go for 17 when I go back to MT3. Sounds like a good plan. Just do it in increments. Increments? Stages. Stages? Oh, I don't even know. You know what I mean. Just do it like in little steps rather than just trying to go for one whole big step. You're smart enough to do that sort of thing. I know that. That sounds good to me. Good luck when you get to it as well. Wow. You've succeeded with that, which I have pretty high hopes that you will. That means that half the worldwide tops is going to have 117 at least. If Paul knuckles down and plays anymore, then I guess he might also get a 117, but I do not know. And I have no idea if Justin... do you have any idea if Justin's got any more intention to play the track? Is his 114 all he wanted to do? Because he could do some damage there, just looking at his driving. It's really squiffy for, you know, I would assume his standard. I can play right now, but there's no point, basically, since delay and free time mean state is too bad. Yeah. I want Dane to be knocked off, so it can be all 0.0 or all triple. Yeah. That would be a really weird time to me. It would mean that, like, Tyler's 107 would also be either knocked off the worldwide tops entirely or 10th. And that would be ridiculous. He's going for more, we've talked. He hit 093 lap 1. That is insane. Got a PB on the toilet. 146.786 on Mount Wario 150cc. Not bad. Take it easy then, Scorpy. Thank you for popping by and joining in on whatever that MC3 discussion was and extra. Wish you all the best for your future endeavors, Mario Kart wise and IRL stuff. Ugh. Right. Let's get on with this thing, shall we? Hi, Bradley. Oh, my nose feels weird. Wonder if we're going to get any shit shrooms today. I think we will, probably, and it'll probably put an end to the session like it usually does. I was losing my mind over it yesterday. Did the newest strat of getting a mini turbo on the first ramp of the airship to get more distance at the start, as well as getting more mini turbos at the ending down the slope. Sweet. I have no idea the technicalities around Mount Wario, but sounds speedy. Good job. Right. Let's hope I don't fuck my hand up today as well. Even though I really didn't yesterday until I decided to start like whinging about my progress. It's not that difficult, but it's fun. That's the good type of stuff to do then, isn't it? Regarding that. Oh, crap. Are you feeling too great right now, to be honest? How so, if you don't mind me asking? Tired? Mentally? Drained? You still got work at the moment, or...? That's a good lap. Better than I was expecting. Just haven't been sleeping well, fair enough. Neither have I. Though I slept reasonably better than usual last night. I actually had dreams and stuff. It was really weird. I felt like I was back in college. And everything had just been moved around because of the pandemic. They just moved all of the sections. Like they just completely rebuilt the goddamn building for no reason whatsoever. It was ridiculous. Yeah. If it makes you feel any better, I have a story where I got lost today. And I went out on a walk because we got quite nice weather. Had quite nice weather. And I came across a path that I'd never been down before. And I'm like, ooh, I wonder where that goes. And then I followed it for like 2 miles. And ended up in this area where I then... It got too dark. I lost the original path that I came down. Because it went straight through this, a really muddy field. And it was like in the corner of some weird farm. And from where I was, it was like a weird sort of residential settlement on in the middle of nowhere on this big main road. It wasn't that cold when I started walking. I think it's obviously gotten colder now. But I have thermal stuff on. Or had thermal stuff on when I went out. And it only started frosting up when it had got dark. On the grass and everything. And the ice and the puddles. But it's going to get really cold down here tonight. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I had to embarrassingly ring my parents to come and find me. It was a bit silly. If sleep doesn't improve, I feel a 24-hour stream coming very soon. Nice. Maybe if sleep doesn't improve for me, it would be wise to stay up with you. Even though I don't know why the hell I would do that. Though I think mine is probably not as bad as yours by the sound of it. There have been like a couple of nights in the week, just every now and then, where I just don't sleep. So I actually do stay up till the morning, and I'm just like, oh, fuck it, I'll just start doing stuff again. And I hadn't slept, but yeah, it's fine. Something I need to improve on instead of sitting on my ass all night trying to PB. Well, I mean, to be fair, I'm not doing much different at the moment. You don't need to stream if your sleep is bad. But do whatever. I mean, I'm not even that tired. If I sound tired or even like the slightest bit groggy, it's because I had a massive coughing fit before I unmuted the mic. And then it's also because, oh well, I've been out on a walk. Kind of worn me out today. You know what I mean? And that's going to be a nightmare to deal with. Being out, to put it lightly, yeah. But I got some nice sunset pictures up the hill just behind my house. It actually looked kind of similar to how Moo Moo Meadows is now, but without screaming toads and cows everywhere. And it was actually much nicer, I think. It's only so much video games can do for you regarding detail compared to real life, right? At least I've got that. This would have had to be a 0.4 in order to be of any chance of PBing. Maybe. Really bad. Oh, I hate myself, but I'm gonna complete this. Never mind. I went out this morning and it wasn't even that cold, like you said. Fat yellow Italians driving around. And ramping ramps, yeah. Ramping. Ramming ramps. Why do I keep saying ramping? What would ramping even be? In fact, I don't even want to answer. I don't even want to know the answer to that question. Is Wario even Italian? I don't even know. Only one way to find out. Oh god, here comes Google. Maybe I need to go further over to the left. Drive up the price of a companies shares in order to gain a financial advantage. They're trying to ramp up the share price. Not as cool as what I was hoping for. Actually, yeah, same. Oh, so it's actually a word. That's kind of interesting. Well, not as interesting as we were hoping for, but whatever. At least we now know. Time to start ramping up Wario's statistics here. Why do you like to race ghosts? So I know what pace I'm on. That is a good visual marker. Not all the time I do. But in this situation I felt like I needed it because I spent about a week playing without a ghost. And the minute that I tried out a ghost, I drove a better lap 1 than I had gotten all week, just on my own. So the ghost is better. Oh god, not the Urban Dictionary. Jay, you need to play with a ghost. I keep telling you. You just can't stomach the uncomfiness of getting like used to them. Then break the barrier. Not all barriers are permanent. Just work on it until you overcome it. In fact, that's your next MC3 goal. Race against a ghost until you set a decent time against it. There you go. I think, to be fair, the best mix, actually, the best mix to have is to both not be entirely off from playing a ghost, but not be entirely, like, dependent on one. So I've become too dependent on a ghost, and you can't play against them at all. So the ideal situation, the ideal scenario, I think, for someone to time trial, the best way to time trial is to be able to switch between the two comfortably and play perfectly the same. Vincent does that. I think Jacob actually does that as well, so yeah. What else have I missed here? Not really much. It's guidelines, basically. Philosophical Handy coming out for a second day. And changing the course without my knowing. Is that his current ghost then? Yeah, but Vincent's also played against the actual ghost. The past broadcast I have on the background of Vincent at the moment is actually Luke. It is actually that ghost. He's playing it. You can actually tell by in comparison that Vincent can't do the hairpin very well. But then also Luke's 975 shroom entrance upon exit of the hairpin was terrible. Really weird. I've been ahead of the 975 lap 1 after the hairpin. my best driven lap is ahead of it there. And it gets a better shroom entrance too. But then we all know what happens before the ending. Oh god. Yeah. Oh, hello. Good, this is good. I went too far to the left. Problem with Peach is that there isn't a better ghost to play against. And my PB is 0.5 ahead of my previous. Not gonna play a fairly inconsistent ghost for Peaks. Well, Peaks is an inconsistent track, so it wouldn't really make sense to play a ghost there anyways. Unless you wanted an idea for pace. If you had like instead of like a PB ghost or anything, if you had something that was had very consistent splits, then it would make sense to play against that, just to know whether you had like a better split, or if you played well enough and stayed ahead of a ghost. You could keep looking back to see where exactly it is in certain areas, so you know whether to risk it on like doing something or playing it safe and seeing if you know, gain or lose any time. But it's quite tricky because in your case you also have the best known time, so you're purely relying on yourself and whatever you have driven to kind of supply that. Unless you can make like some sort of ghost on Dolphin. But yeah. An alignment ghost that sits at the hill maybe? I don't know. But you can't have it do that for the whole time, because otherwise it wouldn't be able to complete the ghost in time, would it? I don't know. It's weird. But in this sense, it kind of makes more sense. Well, in MC3 specifically, because most of the aspects for the track are purely determined by the player, really. So in that case, you could also use the ghost as a marker. Yesterday was a great stream. Oh no. I might have a ghost of a 111.8, 111.7, 111.6, but my PB lap 2 and 3 is better by like 0.1 or 0.2. Yeah, maybe make a ghost in Dolphin and try playing against that. I don't know. You see, with Peaks, I can't really comment on it. But with a track like MC3, I feel like it'd be good to play a ghost, but who knows. I have to play a trampoline alignment ghost on Melody Motorway. Really? It's not that difficult to do. Just use the markings on the drum. Tambourine. Right. Wait, no, you said trampoline. It's a tambourine. My goodness. I thought I was going crazy. I have a tambourine somewhere. Not a proper drummed one, but like a plasticky one. Oh, right. I think I actually got the visual cue for the shroom. Too soon. No, I spoke too soon. Dolphin can't function for me. I could play my PB and LPB and smother it on that one. I don't get that response, but okay. Drumpoline. Ugh, that's disgusting. I hate that word. Yeah, I don't know. We can catch up to the ghost to the point where his name disappears just during that 2, then I think that's sub pace. Try the old PB for a bit. Awesome. You need to give it a decent amount of time though, like at the very least an hour. And don't just do it in one session and then decide on whether or not it's good. Actually, like, come back and put other sessions toward it, if you know what I mean. It's kind of what I had to do to get used to the Crimson Slims on this track again. Because I made most of my progress using the wrong wheels, the roller ones. My first session back, I just got nowhere with the Slims, and I'm like, I want to move back to the goddamn roller wheels. It's pretty much impossible for me to do that, but I gave myself a week instead, and now the week has passed, and although I haven't PB'd, I'm still using the Slims. So, yeah, to be honest, I think it's just, Wumbo came in and had a point saying that the kart has like added speed on lap 3 or something. Might be right. This is a good lap. That is very close to a new best lap 1. Not quite. I've already missed a coin. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's what Wombo said, but I'm not too sure because if I collect all the coins well enough, then I'm technically approaching it with full 10 on lap 2 as well. I really do not know. Because you see, we got 8 here. The turn where I then get the remaining 2 is literally just here. I'm not too sure. Did I seriously just do that? Oh. Good lap 1, good pace. You see, it's working for you. Unless you're talking about me. 029, then that was very good. That was almost too good, actually. In fact, I think it was. I had the same situation on this track, Jake, with MC3, where I've got a really good lap 1. And then I've got just, like, barely viable laps 2 and 3 for sub. But they also, unlike MC3, the laps are actually played very differently. This track's technically also cycle based because of the moles and the cows technically. Very weird. like it though. I enjoy it when the shroom behaves itself. It's really satisfying. It's doing so far, but let's not jinx it. That's a good alignment. That could be a new best lap if I drove it better. That's slightly better. It's a 0.5, 0.6 even. PB though. I was slightly further over to the right, god damn it. Yeah, the ghost hits the fence on lap 2. The ghost has a 0.5, a really high 0.5. So I can catch up to it quite easily on lap 2. But its lap 3 is pretty solid as well. My best lap 3 is better, but it could still, you know, mince me in most given runs. That was too far over to the left. I screwed that over. Wow, that really screwed over. It does, yeah. It's like one of those little taps. There's probably different types of collision in this game for it. But I wouldn't know. You would have to ask someone who's more versed with this game specifically. Mini turbo bounces and stuff like that is also really irritating. Yeah, Summer Best would end up beating this ghost quite comfortably. In fact, my original Summer Best, when I finally got good enough laps to get the sub, was 993, which was 4 milliseconds ahead of what this ghost is. Yeah, basically beat this ghost. It has a massive fuck up right at the end, Jake. So if I get the good line, because he gets the really bad line, and then just take the turn how I usually do on laps, on this lap, unless I get a bounce. Well, not that tight, but yeah, if I just do that, then I can overtake him. Why this is a good ghost. It doesn't do the cow skip or the ramp stuff. It still uses the same combination as me. And it has a very good lap 1, but very poor laps 2 and 3 for how it drives by comparison. So it's a pretty niche ghost actually. I would use Lewis's, but as Lewis is not my target ghost to try and get to, then I wouldn't actually end up beating him anyways. If that makes any sense. It's that and just the better scenario with the shortcut as well. Don't forget, like, even a run that can just comfortably get a PB right now dies at the shroom. Hey, Sean. Oh, A little better today. Jesus Christ, that was awful. But still not well by any stretch. Well, even the smallest improvement is worthwhile in the end. If it makes you feel any better, I actually got lost today on a walk. It was a really stupid story. Like, I went out and I saw a path and I'm like, I wonder where that goes. Because I genuinely never went down it before. And it took me 2 miles away from home. And I ended up getting lost in this very weird housing estate area that was on the middle of the main road. In the middle of nowhere. And by the time I got there, it was dark. And the field that I had found to get there went through a field. Yeah, went through a really muddy field round the back of a farm. And yeah. So I had to call my mum to come and find me. It was really stupid. I've never had to do that before. I also had a bit of a coughing fit before I unmuted the mic on stream, but still good. That's why my voice is a little like off. It's why it went like just a minute ago. It's alright. Still haven't got your work done. That's fine. You don't have to do it. Okay? Not if you're not feeling good. It's never worth that. Yeah, small improvements. Speaking to people such as your sister are going to be the biggest helpers. Indeed. And they can actually help, like, genuinely help you as well. Which is the what you need, really. But yeah, small improvements are still worthwhile in the end. Gingy has a good point. I mean, that's pretty much what we established yesterday. You'll be able to do it when you're feeling better again. Never worth doing when you're not. Kind of a little bit why I'm not playing MC3 at the moment. Because just my mentality toward the track is just not healthy enough to take it on right now. Haven't cried today yet. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I know we were saying how it was important, you couldn't really bring yourself to do it. But then there's also... I was hitting the D-pad while doing that, so it hindered my angle. Oh my goodness, this game's controls are really annoying. Not counting earlier last morning at like 1 AM. That counts. If you manage to, then that's good. And if you're saying it as if you like, you know, you felt strong enough to not need to, then that's even better, but yeah. Oh crap. You kind of did that yesterday. It still counts as like recently. It may not. It doesn't really matter about what day it was in. It's still recent enough. It's still a 0.0. This is also the good thing about racing a Ghost, because once you're decently versed with it, then you can kind of start judging what lap you're going to have before you even cross the line. Which I guess makes restarting that whole bit easier. Ah! One mentality to keep in your head is that no matter what situation you're in, you'll have someone there to help and guide you. And just remember, you will get it done even if it takes a long time. It's a good way of looking at it. We're about going to brush my teeth and get into bed and watch on phone. Sounds good to me. I hit the fence like the Ghost did. Oh no, this is going to be disastrous. Ah, come on. It is. I can kind of understand my massive ramp when I absolutely lost my mind over the fact that the shroom launches you there. There's still a ramp in the middle of the fucking track, and yet they decided to put obnoxious little detail in the background that no one is ever going to see. Every time it happens, it just makes that fucking tantrum that I had on stream more valid. Just that little bit more valid to have, you know? Hello again, Neptune. Just staring intently at me. now with Tom. I'd like to have an IRL staring contest with Tom. It'd be like a dream come true. It's too far to the left. That's a flat shroomer. Nice. Don't remember what that one was. Could have done that a lot better. I thought I was going to get a little trick off there. I threw it away by just removing the premise of the orange mini turbo. It was probably going to be a 0.2 at the most though. Really threw it away that lap 3. Hurt. So I'm getting that now, somewhat. Ugh. I went too tight there. No, it's probably the angle that I approach it. It's not really the timing. Well, actually, no, I don't know. For all I know, it's the gradient of the side of the grass, but when Awoken was here, I asked him what the fuck causes that shroom. And he didn't even know. I wouldn't say it's much the angle. Because this entire track is played soft drifting, or it should be. At least that's how I've seen it being played. Bar Tristan's shit run. Where he just wiggles the fuck around everywhere. Obnoxiously. I think it's the angle and the positioning I'm at on the road as well. gonna have to learn to get an extra mini turbo out or something. On Melody Motorway? Where? It's Ghost Town Racing. I'm ahead of lap 1 until the end of the music note section where they get another mini turbo and get in front of me every time. Oh. Hey Travis. You're gonna fuck my brain. Fuck this shit track. That's Pete. It's a shit track. That would make sense. Because yeah. Actually no, that would be quicker, yeah, wouldn't it? Does it enter the... I don't know if you would know this at all, Suit, but the ghost that you're racing against, does it enter the drift doing a delay drift? Or just a standard drift? Do you know that at all? You know how to recognise that at all? So I haven't gotten an adapter yet because my mum was too lazy. Well, fingers crossed you can get it sorted soon. Get it off of Amazon, you'd be able to have next day delivery with Prime. Or some shit like that. Pretty sure it was a standard drift. Awesome. Which doesn't sound too tricky then. You just got to break out of your what is it? Your muscle memory for a little bit. Hello again, Sean. Tell her a friend. I wonder if that's actually a word. More of a, it looks like it would be more of a name, to be honest. Oh god, here we go. Urban Dictionary time, our favourite. Should have an Urban Dictionary stream like I think Bradley did one time. Not what. It's how one of his streams turned into, anyways. Just looking at shit in the Urban Dictionary. I see what's going on there. Simply, a person employed to deal with customers' transactions in a bank. Oh! Well, the fact that it is actually something is kind of interesting, and I genuinely would have never known that that is what the person at the bank is called. I didn't know that until now. A teller. Interesting. Oh, that would make sense. It's probably why I've never heard of it before then. Always lose time there. Wonder what the ghost name is in English. The player who set this ghost has a different name on the thing, which is in English. And Awoken actually told me who it was when I downloaded the time. He actually knows who the player is. That's the name they're going by here. I don't know if that's actually what the name they use there is translated to, but that's what they are. That's the name they go by on their profile. This is the this is the other one that I've got. Not bad, Soup. Keep going. I assume that's with the new strat, so there you go. It is ridiculous. Lewis's former world record is nothing now compared to what it was, and kind of saddens me, but with old strats, you want to get 158 tonight. No, Albert. Thank you for the good luck emotes. Looks like Lackey too. He is. Oh god. My ears. Actually found another adapter for my monitor, but the cord barely fits. So I'm still going to have to buy a new one. Really? That's interesting. Oh, it keeps falling out. I see. I mean, you might be able to like tape it in or something, but Even so, I wouldn't use that as a permanent setup. You could temporarily use it until you get a proper one. Otherwise, I don't know. Probably better just to, especially with electrical equipment, it's probably just better to, you know, go with. Go with the newer thing. Yeah, you should most likely get a new one. If I get 158 to 9, it would, you know, it would have taken me less than time to get 159 from 2 than it did from getting 158 to from 159. Interesting. Got a high 59 on Moo Meadows like 2 weeks ago. That's pretty sweet. Good job on that. I'm not getting the shroom very well. I know, like, Awoken came in and told me to do the cow cut strategy on the left. It's more consistent for the shroom, but I can't do it. At least I haven't bothered like practicing it properly. So I've just kept with this, and this ghost does the same thing. But like every time I get to lap 3, I can't seem to do it properly. It's gonna deteriorate now because my hand's starting to ache quite a bit. So I'm not gonna be able to play as well. It's actually gonna deteriorate, but give it a go. Oh crap. It was a pretty bad run, but I got a good last mole turn, which gave me the sub. That's pretty good. Nonetheless, I would be more than proud of that if I got that. I'm still slow enough to not even have to worry about the mole on the last turn yet. Barely. Oh, I hate that. That was luck, how I got that there, I do not know. A 5-2 something with a massive ass fucking fence smack out of the shroom, that was ridiculous. Yeah, the shroom is a really big issue for me at the moment, I'm not too sure why. Though that really worked for me. Doing that fucking cow skip there. I don't know how I managed to do it though. Right, I'm gonna go and quickly take a break to go to toilet real quick. I'll be back as soon as possible. Everyone behave themselves. I'm back. What's happening here? Oh god. I told you guys to behave yourself. Why on earth are you arguing with each other? Oh, Neptune started it. God damn it, Neptune. Now I have to ban you. None of this makes any sense. Right, why is this... this almost seems like it's turning into a genuine argument. Why on earth? Why? Wow, okay. That that suddenly took a turn that I'm not used to. Right. Shall we see how the shroom would have treated us? The cow's in the way. Flat shroom, but one that threw us off to the side. Awesome. Thank goodness I don't have fucking chat on screen right now. Could have been a best lap split. I barely fucked the last turn though. That would have been a really good... That would have been a decent lap too if it just didn't go all the way off to the left there. I didn't mean to hit that bump. I don't know what's going on either. Whatever you've done, I don't want to be a part of it. Fucking hell. Can I rage on Electrodrome 200 in peace, please? Oh, we'll do some banning in a minute. Gingy bans himself. I don't know. I told everyone to behave. Neptune said something like, "This chat's fucking terrible," and it all just kicked off. Yeah, no, my chat's never good. This is why I feel like I don't deserve to be a proper streamer. Just FYI. I don't have proper goddamn people acting reasonable. Except for like the odd one or two. Jin! Why is that the first word that I see? Just pop up after that. Fuck it, let's just get the alcohol out, shall we? Says Neptune. Fuck it, let's just get this PB over and done with, shall we? No? Okay. Right, no asserting blame on yourselves. It's my fault for having a chat. For you to misbehaving in the first place. Yeah, I think you came back, or you only said something as soon as I came back, Sean, from what I could tell. And Albert's just trying to play goddamn Electrodome. So you guys are excused. Trying to play a Peach for the love of God, and have to eat dinner soon. Well, then take a break for a little while, Jake. Out of all the tracks that you could play, and that's the one that you're playing, I don't feel like it's a reasonable idea to keep doing shit. Just failing 5th worldwide paces on Electrodome all day. That sounds really frustrating. I wish I was that good at any given track, but I'm nowhere near able to get close to a 5th worldwide, unless it's like a custom track, I guess. I don't know. Ooh, that could have been good. This could still be good, actually. I decided to play it too safe there. And just not get the angle. Don't start it again. Suplex, I saw you that time. That was your fault. God damn it. Insert Fox emotes here. Everyone just inserts them. Hack CTGP and delete it from existence. Were you talking about peaks or fucking CTGP itself? Bowser, for God's sake. That's it, Jake. Looks like it's time for you to set a Bowser run on Peaks. Send a screenshot to Souplade. Ruin Bowser for him. Use a nick me as well. I don't know. Oh, crap. Huh? Huh? Oh, okay. No. I don't know why that was my reaction to that. There's nothing actually reasonable there, that. Melting magma, oh my goodness. It's getting updated next update, really? Wait, melting magma or Peaks? Is that why you, if it's Peaks, is that why you're trying so hard to get the 334? Before it gets completely, like, bucketed out of there. Oh, melting magma. That would also make sense. Hope it's an update that makes it less shit. Oh, I don't know if that's possible with that track. It's a pretty poor design, in my opinion, but I don't know. Very overrated track to some extent. Don't give Jake ideas. Well then, behave yourself. Come on. Should be logical, right? You're not even paying attention anymore. Good. What the hell does he do there to gain on me so much? I still don't get it. I'm doing something wrong with the ramp turn. Well, that being 2:05, I think, with a 0.4 lap 3, right? Barely slow enough. Okay. Well, at least I got a flat shroom on lap 3 for once in my life. I think it was my alignment all this time. I think I'd been aligning just a bump too far to the right, so I needed to go to the left. Just a little bit more. I think I'm getting I think I'm breaking it down well enough. What is going on with that? Okay. Well, that's now in here. So there you go. Did I get a picture of Wario hitting the cows? Beautiful. Yeah. Actually, I don't know what that would have been. I think that would have actually been 005, right? No, if I... No! If it was 496 lap 3, it would have been 105. So that would have PB'd. If it was just a 0.4 lap 3. And it could have very well been. Because... I missed the orange mini turbo. That's what happened there. It was because of whatever this was. So you see this lip? You see that lip there that I'm going over? This lower one here? That's where I need to align with. It seems. And I can't be holding right. You see there's also this hill that I'm going over in the shroom. You can't be holding right while going over there. You have to be holding like leftish. Otherwise you fly off to the side. You get air here and fly off. Which I did. But then I turned. You see me turning back here. And I barely released the mini turbo just before I get off the grass. That shroom was early. I was cutting it tight to try and get it to work as well. I was like a frame or two off of getting the mini turbo at the right time. Okay. Ow, my toe. That hurt a lot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like most of the ghosts do that trick. But when I've done it so far, it's not been faster. I sometimes try and trick off of it, but it's not been faster. When I've done it. You also got that ramp thing as well that Awoken showed me. I've not done that. That's good. I'm happy with that. More so than you probably realise. Yeah, that's why he said low trick off of it. If you get a low trick, that is, yeah. Oh yeah, I've just been ignoring the ads recently. I did one at the beginning and then I just can't be bothered to do any more at the moment. I might actually just stop the thing being redeemable for the moment, but who knows? We'll see. I should have done them. I should have run like an ad break while I was in the toilet, actually, shouldn't I? I usually get it, but in my run, I just went to the moon. Fair enough. Right. Yeah, you've redeemed like 3 ad breaks. In fact, I might actually just take it. I could do them all now, to be honest. I did the first one 30, 60, 90. Might be approaching the ramp too closely, actually. That proved that, then. I was definitely getting too close to the ramp. Gonna stop playing Ghost on Peak. It honestly made me worse, and I've done it for like an hour. Literally cannot race one. Then stop. And stop playing the track entirely. And give it another go in a little bit later. So you can have... You can develop more time for it to fester. And get used to it. Yeah, but you can't see what lap you're getting halfway through the run, can you? That's what I'm saying. That was the point that I made earlier. If you had a ghost that you could either look to see where you are ahead or look to see where it is behind you. If you had a ghost with a bad lap one, and then like a third of the way around the track, you look back and you see he's caught up a significant amount, then you know to play it a little bit more risky in a certain area. If you see that you're much further ahead, then you can potentially play it a bit safer. At least that's the way that I would approach it. But peaks might be different, obviously. But I feel like you just need to get used to that premise. I mean, to be fair, I don't look back when I'm playing ever, barely, so... But on MC3, I usually don't need to look back. Either or, stop playing is basically what I'm trying to say. If you're not going to play Ghost, then stop playing for the time being so you can get used to it a bit later. Just needs more time to adjust. Or find a different one, I don't know. It's a good luck one. Yeah, you see what I was talking about earlier there when I was holding right while going over that little tiny mound in the shroom. So I went further to the right. I'm starting to understand some sort of concepts. You're not understanding my point, Jake. Like, you can't play a ghost at all. You don't have the inability to play with something else there. How's that any different to me having a dependency on the ghost? That was my point earlier. Like, the ideal way of playing something is being able to switch between a ghost and not playing a ghost. Like Vincent does on MC3. Jacob can do that too, I'm pretty sure. I think most people actually can also do that. So, Daniel on Mushroom Gorge, when he played that track, I know he had a ghost that he played against of Luke's, and then he'd play by himself, and then he would use ghost of his as well, and you'd switch between them, and you'd actually be able to use them quite well. Just need to get used to that sort of thing. Hi, Kareem. I don't get what that means. Because you're not used to it. You haven't given yourself enough time to adjust to it being there. So it's putting you off. That should be very blatant from the paragraph alone. Yeah. And that's what the ghost will help you to perceive. Though with in terms of you playing MC3, there are certain areas like you're driving on the double mini turbo and with the ending, with the shroom in the ending, that would need work, need a bit of guidance. I feel. I mean, it's good enough to have worked for you so far, but it can be improved. You could do it better. I have done it better, so... And I talked over it. We're going to the store tomorrow afternoon to buy the adapter. See? Why, Ghost, if I can tell by my driving? Because your driving's not good enough. In the grand scheme of things. My question is why are you taking this so personally as well? You're getting relatively defensive toward it. Not too sure why. It's the advice that Lewis gave me when I used to not play it. When I used to just play without a ghost. I sat down for about 2 weeks and got used to the ghost being there. And I've done better ever since. You could race the ghost, you're just not used to it. You literally give it an hour and be like, fuck, this is the shittest thing I could have possibly done, and you give up. You need to work more on it. You need to work on it for a session, then come back later and work on it again with another session. Did you see what I done with the wheels on this track, Jake? You know how I was using the roller wheels, and then my first session back we're using the slims. I was like, this is absolutely disgusting. I really want to use the rollers because it feels like they would be better. But I purposely forced myself for every session that week to stick with the Crimson Slims, and I've got used to it again. You're not giving yourself enough time. You need to give yourself more time. Yeah, so that's consistency sorted. But you can do a lot better. So that does make sense, but if if you're practicing, you're driving more and more with what you're used to, but you're not learning anything new. You're not getting anything down. You're kind of sticking with your old muscle memory, sticking with the old way that you're doing the track. Because there's things that you just haven't really improved upon for years. And he fucks off before I even probably finish that point. Okay. Hello, Lord Soup. Yeah, that's my point, Gingy. At least someone understands what I'm trying to say. Hello, Lord Soup. How is everyone doing? Weird. I got this. So if I got 496 on lap 3, then I would have 105 now as a new PB. But at least I got a shroom that wasn't a that wasn't a failed shroom. And hello, Bebron. News. Interesting. I should try and use a ghost for a few weeks. You see? Souplade gets it as well. Do you know what I feel? Do you know what I feel is Jake's problem? Is he's too egotistical to condemn himself to my ideas. It's just another one of the proofs that, show that he wants to play the track to best me at it. That's his main motivation. It's just too egotistical to, take my suggestions and go along with my ideas. Whatever, though. I stream at around 7:30 or 8 o'clock. Interesting. I have no idea if you mean my time or your time, but good luck with that when you do it. EST. Well, I have no idea what that would be my time, but good luck, I guess. Or unless, what time is it for you? Because there's a clock there that shows what time it is for me right now. Nah, he's just... I think it's because I'm giving him the advice. If he was told by someone else who he actually would see to be more knowledgeable and better, because for some reason he doesn't see me that way, or, you know, someone who knows what he's doing. If he was told to do that by someone like Lewis or Vincent or someone else playing the track, he might actually give it more of a go. I feel like because I'm telling him, he doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? He wants to prove that he's better. Even though he's not blatantly stating that to be his intention. Cool. This is an odd one because I used to race a ghost, but I've taught myself how to not race a ghost. You see, the point that I was making earlier to Jake, which he seemed to overlook and completely take personally, Sean, is that the ideal way of being able to play a track that you're working on is to be able to switch seamlessly between racing a ghost and not, and be able to play exactly the same. And the relation to that is that Jake can't play against a ghost for shit, but by comparison, I can't play without one on MC3. But I was trying to state that the ideal way to play would be to, you know, seamlessly switch between those two things. I don't know why, but Jake decided to take it all a bit too personally for some reason. I don't know. He's an oddball. I think he was a bit too frustrated about his lack of progress with the track, really. But who knows? He's silly. No, actually, I think you're probably a bit better with it, to be fair. Trying to prove something he can't actually do. I did that on Mount Wario, altering between ghosts. On ghost and non-ghost. Yeah, that's a good thing then, Gingy. That's a good thing. That was my point. Hello again, Chavis. I didn't actually read your message because I was having a bit of a... I was trying to correct Jake on something, so I missed it, but I will go back up to it now if I can find it. My mum and I talked it over. We're going to the store tomorrow afternoon to buy the adapter. Okay. No, I actually did read that. And yeah, that sounds good. Hopefully you can sort that out. Like Mushroom Bridge, DS Mario Circuit, and another track I've played a lot. I cannot race a ghost on MC3 simply because I'm not good enough. Actually benefits in the way you play. in the sense that you learn the routing of the ghost and try to implement it into your own run, and then try without ghost. Yeah. That was what I was trying to say to Jake earlier. Like, he can get runs, but he can improve so much. And he just hasn't done so because he hasn't had anything to learn from but himself. If that makes any sense. Without a ghost on MC3, I hit like a 877. With a ghost, I can get 444. There you go then. Hello, Bup, and thank you for the good luck. That rhymed. Oh god, I hate all these MC3 conversations at the moment. Although this is technically not an MC3 conversation, but Jesus Christ. It's not helping me have motivation to go back to the track. Thankfully I won't be though. Anytime soon. Ugh, right. Let's try focusing on this game for once, shall we? Hey, capture card, what was that all about? I don't know why it did that. You can't learn from yourself if you're doing the same thing. With a ghost, Jake would learn different ways of doing the track, which would benefit him, but he looks past and thinks it's not useful. Yeah. You just need to tell him that, to be honest. Ow. No, this isn't past stream curfew. We've got half an hour left, actually. Over half an hour. By a minute. The only difference being is that I started a little earlier. It doesn't look like I'm PBing again today, sadly. Tiny little bounce there. Oh my god, I hate myself for that. That was completely my fault. Ugh, okay, well. How's progress been? Negligible, pretty much. I got that, which would have been 105 if I had 0.4 lap 3 instead of a 7. I missed the gold mini turbo. And hello again, Wumbo. 0.4, yeah, not 7. Gonna head out now. I might be back 15 minutes. We'll see. Just need to sleep. My head hurts just in case I don't come back. Good night. Take it easy then, Sean. Rest well. It doesn't matter if you do not return. But as long as you rest and take care of yourself, that's all that matters. Okay, that's just stupid. Got some exciting stuff for tomorrow. Ooh. To get colder now in here. I actually want to put my jumper and socks back on. Hold on a sec while I just take care of that then. Should shut that too as well, actually. Well, it's weird because I feel cold, but I've been sweating. I can feel it in my underarms, so that's nice. Right. That's better. Cozier. Oh, okay. too close to the left. Welcome back, Jinji. Oh, come on. Nice. Oh, come on. I don't think a PB is going to happen. I'm not optimistic. Not today. But at least we got a run with a flat shroom. I kind of understand more about it now, so it's not an entirely wasted session. It's just a little bit irritating that it had to be that way. But we'll see. We've got 20 minutes left, roughly. I won't be going over 1 today. I will be finishing. My hand will thank me for it later. Can't just find optimism. Optimism will find you. Yeah. Oh, crap. I had a good run going. I just missed the orange mini turbo. So we didn't PB. Still a good run nonetheless for the majority. So I'm happy about that. That's a new lap. A new best lap. There you go. Good God, how is anyone going to be able to get past that turn with that shit in the way? Did anyone clip that? I assume not. What does that make my summer best give now? Let's take a look. 21, 12, 19, 4, 6, 4, 19, 4, 5, 9, 9, 3, 5. I thought it was better than that, honestly, but there you go. Can't complain. Just as my hope was starting to dry out, it gave me that, so I'm not too fussed. Did I take a screenshot already? I did. Okay, cool. You didn't. Right, I'll have to go back and get it later. It's all good. So good. Thanks, Neptune. Oh, couldn't get all of the lap one in the clip. God damn it. I'll watch most of it then. Well, that last turn was really good. It was just one lap. That's fine. We'll continue. Literally, lap 3 is my only split that needs improving, done with the Crimson Slim. So my best lap splits 1 and 2 were done with the Crimson Slims, but the lap 3 best split that I have, 4, 5, 9, is still roller. I had a very confusing decision to make there, and I obviously didn't make it in time. Actually, that's the only turn there that is not a soft drift. This is a hard left. And that's a hard... No, that's a hard right, sorry. And then that one was technically hard left, for the most part. OMTs? What, the purple mini turbo shit? Or you talk? Oh, the orange mini turbo. I just missed it. This is going too quick for purple. Don't know how long I'd have to fucking drift for to get purple. You can't get them on there. Yeah. No, purple mini turbos are possible in this game. It's what they use to kind of compensate for the bunny hopping mechanic in the Wii U version. But it's not possible for me to utilize it in this run specifically. Not without losing time. Might be doable on 150cc. Around one or two of these turns. But otherwise the quickest mini turbo, considering I barely get the orange one there. Barely doable. That was a late stream, I'm pretty sure. Still calling it a trampoline. Oh. Are you not getting any runs past that point then, I assume, Soup? Or is it literally just where all your time loss is right now? It's a weird mechanic, I do remember. I think they patched it slightly from the Wii U version, so it's probably harder in this game to drift off it properly. That works. I was ready to hit the reset button, honestly. Oh, fuck off, ramp. Oh yeah, I've seen that happening before. In fact, that happened in like some of your old PBs, didn't it, Soup? Pretty sure. Don't know why I flew off to the left there like that, but whatever. It must have been easier in Mario Kart 8 then, because I didn't remember that specific area being an issue at all. But I do not know. Oh, come on. Why headphones, why? Yeah, brake drifting actually loses quite a bit of time in time trials. Don't brake drift at all in this in this run if you haven't realised. But I don't know. As you said, yeah, that's time loss. I think this session's dead. Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's something that affects your speed. Even if it was just for a frame, it will slow you down. Hello again, Jake. A consistent way of doing the mushroom skip at the end. I don't know why it's actually called the mushroom skip. It's technically called the mushroom clip. Edge clip is what I would personally call it. Because you're hitting the very edge of the mushroom and it propels you further, like, horizontally than it does vertically. I don't know. Wait, I think I got them. No, I didn't. So it was 6, wasn't it? Yeah. How viable is like the actual proper mushroom skip? Shroomless. I assume it's not really at all. Twitch been fucking up for anyone else? I think it disconnected for a few people earlier. Probably my net. Right, last lap 1, and then I think we are good to die for today. Can't complain at this session though. It's been reasonable. Last attempt PB would be nice though. No, not allowed. Okay, fuck you, game. Well, that is a last lap 1 as well. Pretty smooth. Interesting. Wow. Now I've had enough for today. Sorry, Soup. I want to get off as quickly as possible. I'm tired. But I will post the shit progress that we made. And by shit, I mean it was actually pretty decent. Okay. Let's get my stream up on my thing. And then we'll find someone to host as soon as I've done this, or as soon as I've responded to everybody, really. Right. Yeah, which one should I post? Why do I use the word still so much? Continuing. I'll do. Oh, we're still losing one. Oh, I hate Twitter. Right, there we go. Let me catch up on chat real quick and then I will find someone to host. Actually, there we are. Cool, right. Let's see. So it's between 200 to 400. Awesome. It dropped a few frames, but nothing else. It dropped 2,368 frames approximately. I don't know why it's been doing that. I think honestly, it's because while I'm streaming and doing these attempts, I'm actually watching something on my tablet at the same time. So it's probably just, you know, hogging bandwidth, slowing the stream down. Whenever I'm not actually watching a stream or anything on my tablet, it seems to be working fine. Like, I don't think it's even gone into the yellow even slightly since I've stopped watching what I was watching earlier while doing attempts. But I don't know. Think I need a new laptop, maybe, but don't pressure yourself into it. It's not really worth upgrading one aspect for one aspect, I should say. Keep having issues where the stream just mutes itself, so I have to refresh. That's a bit weird. Right, that's it. Not very much activity then there. Okay. Well, sorry I couldn't deliver a PB, but we got closer to a run than we have been for a while, so stop it, tablet, really, just stay there. Right. Anyways, let's take a look on the deluxe tab and see who we can host. Oh, we're really low in the list today. Good God. I'll literally just go with the lowest stream in the list at the moment and just host them. Anyways, I'm going to host this person who seems to be playing online, so if there's anybody watching and lurking, then you can feel free to join them if you want to. Otherwise, as per usual, I hope to be streaming and doing more things tomorrow, like usual. Hopefully we'll get some more luck, and hopefully we won't get bombarded with stupid time trial conversations like early in the beginning of the stream or during the middle. Because admittedly, it wasn't making me feel the greatest, but that doesn't matter. Why did I... I just got gifted a sub to somebody. I have no idea who it was. Future gym teacher. I don't know who that is. Anyways, whatever. I'm hosting this person now. Wish them the best of luck with their online endeavours. And everybody else, take it easy. Have a good night. And I shall see you again whenever I see you.